Hi there, and welcome to the Mindful Marathon podcast. I'm your host, Dr. Michelle Quirk, a run coach and pediatrician. Mindful Marathon is all about helping runners of all types to run their own race. Whether you are a seasoned runner or you're just getting started, I want to let you know that you're welcome here and that you're in the right place. Hi, my friend. Welcome back to the podcast. Today we are on episode 68, titled The Moments That Moved Us, celebrating our 2025 runners. So I hope you all had a great holiday week and that you are having a great end of December. This is the last in our episodes of 2025 and the last episode in our series of briefer episodes. So next week we will pick it back up with some interview episodes and kind of back to our regularly scheduled program. So thank you for being along with me this month for our journey in some briefer solo casts. And today on the podcast, I'm super excited to share this episode. So we are going to celebrate our community of Mindful Marathon athletes, reflect on a couple of very meaningful wins in our community, and I'm really here to express gratitude for all of my runners because without you, none of this would exist. So thank you all for being here. Something that has struck me in conversations over the last few months, the power that we have to change. So the caveat is that not many of us actually do the work to make that happen. So the work is physical. Yes, I recognize, right? Especially when it comes to running. There is physical work, but the real change happens when we commit to working on our mindset. And honestly, it's much easier to stay the same, to basically go by default, to act in the same way you've always acted. When you're faced with a tough decision, how many times do you pick the easier way out? May this be an invitation to pause and really reflect on your 2025 as well, and to think about those moments when maybe you chose the easier route to stay the same and where you could push yourself and stretch yourself a little bit as we head into the new year. When I looked through my photo library from January through December, what I see are amazing humans who had the courage to say they wanted something big for themselves and they went after it. My athletes trained through so much from busy work schedules and parenting, illness, injury, big life transitions, long distance moves, leaving jobs and or relationships that no longer serve them, taking care of aging parents, travel, deadlines, you name it, they did it. And this isn't just about medals or PRs. I think we place a lot of focus on the medal and the PR and the age group award, but really this is about growth and joy and connection, finding our way back to ourselves and really the ripple effect that running has in our lives. And looking through this photo library, it does it for me every year, but especially this year. So with that, I shall give our Mindful Marathon year in review highlights. I'm only going to name a couple, otherwise we'll be here for a really long time, and it's quite a long list. So, okay. January of 2025 set the tone with my athlete Jamie running the Goofy Challenge in Disney World. So, the Goofy Challenge is the half marathon plus the marathon on 2 successive days. And as we go through here, you'll realize we have a lot of Run Disney fans and runners, and I am a big fan as well. So, I think it's only right that she set the year off by running the Goofy Challenge. As we moved into spring, April was a really big month in Mindful Marathon. So it was a definite highlight for me. I got to run the Springtime Surprise Weekend. So again, a Run Disney race. But what is more important is that I got to meet Jamie and Daniela for the first time in person. And they have worked with me for a long time, and we have just not been able to coordinate the same Run Disney weekend. So that was really fun. And I got to run the 10-mile race with my athlete, Allie, which was also a real treat. So we had a great time. It was really hot that day, but it was very, very fun. And then also in April, my athlete Miranda PR'd the Jersey City Half Marathon after a long training cycle for that. So spring was big. Now, in summer, we had a number of wins. My athlete, Smriti, and her son Arjun trained for their second half marathon and PR'd at the San Jose half. And big shout out to Arjun, who beat his time from the prior year by almost 25 minutes and went on to join the cross country team at his school, I might add. And then in July, this was probably, I'm going to say it was my personal biggest race of the year and in our family. So Tony did his first Ironman 70.3, and I participated in the relay with my friend and colleague Alex. And so this was our first Ironman 70.3. We have done a couple of sprint triathlons. And it was a lot of training. Tony really did amazing during that training cycle. It was a lot of work, a lot of time, and it was a tough race. It was extremely, extremely hot that day. The lake was really rough. It was a rough swim. If you want to hear more about that race, head on back and listen to the recap. It was a good time, but it was a challenge for all of us. So big shout out to Tony and Alex. Now, as I look back, the biggest bulk of the year was really the fall race season, and we had some huge momentum from September through November. It was wild. So in September, Jamie kicked things off running the Berlin Marathon. So that was her third world major marathon. In October, Jessica PR'd the Mary's Place by the Sea 5K after getting back into running and getting more consistent with running. We had a lot of age group awards all around. So Daniela got second in her age group at the Fall Classic 10K. Tony and Alex and I ran the WXPN Musicians on Call 5K here in Philly, and Alex got first in his age group. Tony got second in his age group. Allie ran Run Disney's Wine and Dine Challenge. And then as we move into November, we had a large group of us run the Bridge 10K over the Ben Franklin Bridge here in Philly. Margaret, Claudia, and Lisa from our 10K Your Way group completed the run. Alex, it was his first 10K. And then Tony and I both got PRs in that race. So that was a great time. And then Alex finished up November by running his first half marathon at the Philly half. So we really had a lot to celebrate. And then also, I can't leave out, there was a lot of turkey trotting. So if you head over to my Mindful Marathon page on Instagram, I've got a lot of athlete photos from the year, including lots of fun pictures from all of our turkey trots. So head over there and check those out. And then to round out the year in December, we had a number of festive holiday runs. Jessica got a PR at the Jingle Bell 5K. I got to meet my athlete Margaret and run the Rudolph run in Manayunk with her and Tony. So that was a great way to end this running year. Now, I want to highlight a couple of meaningful moments. So, throughout all of these wonderful wins and highlights that you've listened to, I want to first celebrate my longtime runners, Daniela, Jamie, Miranda, Smriti, and Arjun. I have known all of them for a number of years now, and it's been amazing to watch them grow and to have new goals and to take on new challenges over the years. So I'm celebrating my longtime runners. And then I want to give a shout out to Jessica, who is getting started on her running journey and noticing so much progress with the consistency that she's had over the last couple of months. And I know that the best is yet to come. And then to Alex, who discovered that his cycling fitness translated really well into running, and he now has a love of running as well. So that was a big 2025 win. And last but not least, to Allie, whose Run Disney race schedule presents a unique sort of challenge for her coach, but who is always so positive and approaches her training with curiosity and just a really positive attitude that I love. So thank you all. And to tie this all together, what this year has taught me as a coach. So common threads that I have seen, I'm going to pick my top three. Number one is consistency. Number two is joy in running. And number three is family/community. So I think showing up matters more than perfection. And firsts of any kind are powerful at any age. So a first race distance, a first PR, all of those firsts are really powerful no matter what age you get into the sport or continue on in the sport. You don't have to crush every race to feel proud of your effort. And community makes running better. When I looked back at all of these photos from 2025, what I really loved seeing was how many family members came along for the ride. So lots of kids and siblings and cousins took part in a number of different fun runs throughout the year, especially the turkey trot. I loved all of those photos. And I just want to end with a lot of gratitude. So, thank you to all of my athletes. Thank you to all of you listeners of the podcast. I recognize that we are very busy humans, we are high achievers, and it is very meaningful to be running on this journey alongside all of you. If you're listening and you're thinking, maybe this year is my year, you're absolutely right. I help busy women physicians and professionals. I help both first-time athletes, first-time runners, those who are new to the sport, and those who are more experienced. Maybe you're seeking a PR, you want to try a new race distance, and you have big goals up on the horizon. There are three ways to work with me. So I offer one-on-one coaching, which is a high-touch experience offering structure, guidance, and accountability to help you grow in the sport, both physically and mentally. I offer customized training plans as well as strategy sessions where we focus specifically on fueling, hydration, pacing, mindset. Whatever it is you're struggling with, we will focus in on that and you'll walk away with personalized, actionable guidance that you can use right away. So, if you want running to feel lighter, more joyful, and more doable in your real life, I'd love to support you as we head into the new year. Contact me at the link in the show notes. I want to thank you again for being here. It has been an amazing year in the podcast and in Mindful Marathon, and I am excited for what's to come as we head into the new year. If you haven't yet left a review, I'd so appreciate it if you could do that. It really helps other runners to find the podcast and get into the sport and enjoy the sport. So until next time, Happy New Year, and I'll see you next week. Thank you for listening today. If you enjoyed the episode, please share it with a friend. And if you have a moment, please rate and review the podcast so that we can reach and encourage others to tie on their sneakers and join us out there on a run. See you next time.